Welcome to Redneck Ways After Dark. Tonight we have a ghostly tale taking place in a small town of population of 1,111. There was this young couple and they was looking for a new home to buy. They found one, but it was one that needs a little bit of work because this house was built in the late 1800s. This house had no insulation at all. It had newspapers in between the studs. So, very cold home. Well, they decided to buy it and move in. Well, they pulled up to their new house all excited, and he was getting ready to get out of the car, and their daughter said, "Oh, look, Mom, look at the little lady in the porch swing." Well, the mom and dad looked at each other and shook their heads like there's nobody there. But they kind of brushed this off because their daughter had done this before. So some time went by and they was getting all unpacked and getting all eased into their home. One day, the wife, she was doing some laundry and she thought she caught a shadow in her side of vision. And there was like a little thump. Well, she just brushed it off because that house is old and it does have some creaks. But not so long after, her and her husband was getting ready to fall asleep. And in between their master room was the dining room. And it sounded like somebody was in there dancing, just dancing the night away. This old house had a lot of history. On the front of it, it was a makeshift, like, store front kind of place. But what actually was an old barber shop. And everybody from town came. If you know the author of Jesse Stewart, then you would like to probably set in one time on this barbershop because he came there all the time. And there was always a bunch of just talk, like town talk. Well, it kind of explains what happened next. Like I said before, these walls were very thin and they wasn't insulated and they had just newspaper in between them. Well, the lady and the husband, they was trying to go to sleep. And this was another night. Whole different night than the dancing. And they just heard it sounded like a bunch of people talking. But it was so many people talking on top of each other that you couldn't understand. So the husband actually went outside and looked around and there was nobody. But when he came back in, they both heard just chatter. And about drove them crazy. And they listened till they fell asleep. Well, they was already on guard about that. So a few weeks later, everything was good. Nothing really crazy was happening. The wife had made this beautiful, beautiful dinner. And she had it all set out on the table. And it was like the first big dinner since they moved into this house. All the kids were sitting there enjoying their food. And everybody just, no talking at all. Just everybody just enjoying their food. And then all of a sudden, somebody was knocked on the door. And in this creepy voice was a little old lady saying, "Is anybody home?" Well, the husband got straight up and went to the door. When he got there, was nobody. He ran back outside. He ran around back. He even went down to the little old shed that they used to store coal back in the day in. There wasn't nobody, guys. This house went on and on with all kinds of hauntings till it got torn down in the 90s. And I say that land probably still a little haunted. Oh, I hope that story didn't scare you so bad you ain't gonna be able to sleep tonight. You'll be checking your closets and checking underneath the beds and keeping the feet under the covers. Until next week, guys, I'll see you right here at Redneck After Dark.